Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video, I'll be going over part 2 of my Auradin series. The build I'll be discussing today is more commonly known as the Tesladin. It focuses mainly on the lightning aspect of the auras and uses Zeal as a main attack. I'll be going over the stats, skills, and items that this build uses, as well as the little gameplay footage. As always, I'll have a link in the description to where you can download the files for this character for single player on PC to try it out for yourself. If you have any comments, gear recommendations, or anything about this build, be sure to comment below. And before we begin, if you could please like this video and subscribe to help me grow, I would greatly appreciate it. So the Tesladin. The difference between this and the hybrid Auradin video I did is a few adjustments in items and skill points. Instead of focusing on 2 auras for damage, you'll be focusing on just the one. If you haven't seen that video, be sure you go and check it out. For the stats for the Tesladin, it's still the same typical stat structure. For strength, you want enough strength just to wear your gear. You don't need any more, but depending on what gear you wear, it will vary. So if you're wearing Amaras, be sure you add that extra 5. If you go switch to High Lords, just a heads up. For dexterity, you want enough dex to have max blocking with Holy Shield. Again, this is going to depend on what gear you're wearing, but put enough in there for max blocking while you have Holy Shield on. And all the rest of your stat points go into Vitality for life. And again, with this build, you will have maximum resistances. For the skills, for the defensive auras, you'll want to max out Resist Lightning and you'll want to max out Salvation. These are both synergies for Holy Shock and they will increase its damage. Also, this isn't needed, but I put 1 point into Defiance. It's a synergy for Holy Shield, and it gives it just a little bit of a defensive bonus. For the offensive auras, you'll put 1 point into all the prerequisites leading up to Conviction. With Conviction, depending on what gear you have, you'll want it to be level 25. So if you're going to wear Amaras, you'll put less skill points in as if you were wearing a High Lords, because Amaras gives +2 to skills, High Lords gives 1, so just be cautious with that. 25 is the maximum level you can have for negative resist all on enemies, so any point after 25 will be a waste. For combat skills, you want to put at least 1 point into Zeal. This is going to be your main melee attack. You'll want to max out Holy Shield, and you'll want to max out Sacrifice if you can. Sacrifice is a synergy for Zeal, and it will increase its damage. Any remaining points you may have left, you can put into Zeal to increase its damage and attack rating. For gear, I made a few minor adjustments from my hybrid Auradin. For my weapon, I use a Grief Phase Blade now. It's an awesome weapon to use. I don't need Hands of Justice anymore since I'm not using Holy Fire at all. So this is my weapon of choice. For my armor, there's 2 armors I like to use. If I want to teleport around, I'll wear Enigma. It gives strength, obviously, +2 the skills. It's just great to have. And if you're lacking in resistances, another good armor for defense is a Chains of Honor. It still gives you the +2 the skills, and it also gives you 65 resistances. So these are the 2 armors that I would recommend using for this build. For your helmet and for your shield, there's only one option for this build. It's what your build is revolving around. So you will be wearing a Dream Helmet and Dream Shield. It gives you the Holy Shock aura, and they both stack. So you'll be wearing a Dream Helmet here and a Dream Shield. And for the shield, you'll want to get a Paladin-based shield with as much resistances on the base that you can. So when you make the shield, it gives you a little bit extra resistances. For my amulets and for my rings, it's pretty much the same as the hybrid Auradin. I wear a Maras. It gives the resistances, stats, and skills. You can substitute a High Lords here if you want to, but I like wearing Maras. For my ring, again, a Bull Kathos. It gives +1 to skills and some life, and a Raven Frost for Cannot Be Frozen and the dexterity. For my gloves, I want to wear Drax. They'll give you the life tap, and they'll also give you some open wounds. Plus, they'll give you a little bit of strength, so they're a good glove to have. Since you don't have Exile, the life tap will really help out here. For my boots, I want to wear Gore Riders. They give you, Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike, Open Wounds, Faster Run Walk, so they're just a good melee boot to wear. And for belt, there's a couple options here. If you want the plus skills, you can wear Arachnids. If you want some faster hit recovery and some damage reduction and some life, you could wear Vertigos. Or if you're lacking in resistances for some reason, you could always wear Thunder Gods. But the main 2 I would choose between are Vertigos and Arachnids. For the switch, you want to go with Calling to Arms for battle orders and either a Herald of Zakarum or a Spirit Shield for the pre-buff shield. Herald of Zakarum will give you more skills for your Holy Shield, so this would be more recommended. But if you don't have one, go with a Spirit Shield. For your inventory, you'll want to try to get Paladin Combat Grand Charms with as much life as you can on them. Try to get 9 of them. Try to get a Paladin Torch with as high stats as you can and an Annie. For small charms, If you're lacking in resistances, you could get small charms with like plus 10 lightning resistance, plus 10 fire, or whatever you need, or you could get 5 all resistance small charms, or if you could find these ones, 20 life with 5 resistances, those would be the go-to charms to have. So this is the Tesladin. Unlike the hybrid Auradin, it focuses only on Holy Shock. It's a very fun build for solo play. Again, I'll have the files in the description where you can download this build and try it out for yourself on single player on the PC. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm going to end this video with a little clip of some gameplay. Also, if you could please subscribe and like this video and help me grow, I would greatly appreciate it.